Hello again, welcome back to Asgard, and welcome back to Farming Valley. So, today we are going to be speed building for most of the episode. We're picking back up shortly after the last episode, in fact, because I am ready to get to speed building on here. Because I want to work on this, and kind of cleaning this up, and making this building look a little bit better. You know, episode before last, we got a bit done, cleaned up this porch. Looks a whole lot better, I think, than it did. Actually, before it didn't even have a porch, so... it's a step in the right direction. But anyways, today, of course, we're going to be working on the upstairs section a bit and whatnot. We'll kind of see where it leads. But anyways, let's go ahead and jump straight into the building today and get right on that. Okay, it's a start. If you notice, I did a bit of testing in that episode, and the railcraft, I was going with I want some kind of like framing, not necessarily at the top. I don't think I like having the framing at the top, but around the edges. And I decided I want to change those overhangs to a different block. But I've got to figure out exactly what I want. And I'm going to do the same on the bottom. I was thinking that the quarried stone would look good, but it was way too just like bam, white, you know, in your face kind of thing. On the barn, it will probably look okay. But not so much on this building. It looked horrible on this building. Didn't look like I had in my head at all. So I've got to come up with what I want. I mean, honestly, I would love to have like some Portuguese pavements or something like that. But I mean, that's into a little bit into Britannia, and Britannia's so expensive to start. So I'm trying to make do with what resources we have. And I will say that this up here at the top is going to be, there's going to be a bit of shaping up on that wall there, because it's kind of, right now it's kind of bland. It's not going to stay that way. So just a heads up. And we still have to do the windows, and then I want to do some chisels and bits. And I'm thinking about having kind of like some framing come out and run across the top there. Which I'll get into that next episode. So that it's not, because right now it kind of looks like, I don't know, like it's too much at the top. That's going to change. So just a heads up, because I know that top section there looks terrible right now. But that's going to change. It's not going to be so just wide at the top. And I do have a plan for that. So, and yeah, we got to do a bunch of shaping up. And what I'm thinking is up there, I would like to do some kind of like, and also down here, I would like to have like some hanging plants, and kind of add some greenery to those, some little flower pots and stuff like that, to kind of bring that farm feel into this building as well. So, but right now, I mean, it's coming along, but these buildings take so long. But I wanted kind of like a big warehouse type look to this. Like this and the barn and actually the house are going to be the three like big builds of this, of the farm. So, which the house right now, like this building used to look like that, like really dwarfed. The house is going to get expanded soon. So the second floor and the I can't think of the name. Anyways, like the little adjacent structures that connect onto the house. I think it starts with an A. I can't think of what it's called, but anyways, that's gonna really make that house a lot bigger. In truth, it's gonna be fairly large. It's gonna hold its own against the barn and the warehouse. So, but yeah, it's coming along. And this back section, I know this overhangs, and I kind of knew it was gonna overhang past where this is, but I have a plan for that as well. So I know there's a couple little points I think that are kind of questionable at the moment, but I do have a plan for those. So, and this is kind of built into the mountain, so it kind of works out. But yeah, there is going to be something here that makes that make a little bit more sense, that it overhangs like that. So, oh, it's getting there. It's getting there. But I will say this building's been a little bit more difficult than the barn, because the barn was kind of straightforward. But I think once we start the chisels and bits, add the windows, and start doing some of that detail aspect, because that's one thing that the barn has that other buildings don't yet, is that detail aspect, that chisels and bits. It still has a lot of work to go on the front especially, but it does have that chisels and bits that kind of makes it pop a little bit more than these other ones. These other ones look so plain right now, it bothers me just a bit. Especially this one, but it's coming along. A couple episodes ago, it was cobblestone roof, and oh man, it was terrible. It was terrible. So I do think it looks a bit better than it did. But I got to figure out what kind of block. I got to do some, basically what I do whenever I want to test build, on a lot of occasions. Like the quarried stone was kind of like a spur of the moment. I think I want to try quarried stone, so I threw that in there. But generally what I'll do is I'll make a duplicate world. Like I'll copy this save, make a duplicate world, and go in like in creative and kind of play around and see what I want to do to progress. So, because I have ideas for the buildings, but the blocks aren't exactly set in stone how I want to have those. So it's kind of a work in progress. But next episode, you know, we're coming to the end of autumn. Next episode, we're probably going to do another episode of speed building, to kind of finish out autumn, and then as soon as we hit winter, we are going to do a mining episode for sure. Probably one of the first things that we do is mining, and then I also want to go through and do some lighting and some stuff with that. So I don't know how much speed building we'll do in the winter time. Probably an episode or two, maybe. But winter time is going to be a bit more hands-on. Mining and lighting are the big things. So I do like that. It's just so plain looking. It kind of bothers me right now, but next episode we'll come through and I'm going to figure out here's my plan. I'm going to figure out exactly what I want to do with the roof, right? So we can kind of finish out that roof. And then I'm going to come through and we're going to start doing some detail work on that building next episode, to kind of make it so that it at least kind of stands up against the barn. There's some detail aspect, probably not all the detail aspects that I want to add to it. But I do want to do some work on that upper section, and then if we have time, some of this section, and then through the porch area. But I also want to fill out the guts of the building and add that second floor. Of course, a lot of that second floor we're not going to be able to add until we get to refined storage, but I at least want to get some framing done on the inside as well. So we'll finish out the roof. Once I figure out what block I want to put there for sure, it shouldn't take us too long to just run through and knock that out. I'm going to have to tear out the overhangs a bit. Right here, what I'm probably actually going to do right here is, because I kind of regretted having this flat thing as soon as I built it. So what I'm probably going to do is remove this roof overhang level and add in roof tiles, bring it down another level, and then add an overhang that actually overhangs down a level. So the roof kind of hangs down a little bit more than the ceiling does. So, which we'll do that next episode. That won't take very long either. That'll be part of the process of tearing that out and changing over for that framing layer. But anyways, I'm going to end out this episode here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Between this episode and next is one thing I wanted to say. I'm going to do a bunch of farming because we are out of cobble. We are out of iron. That's why I stopped making Tyrian, because we have like 1 iron at the moment. So I will do a bit of mining between this episode and next, probably a day or two of mining. So, but anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, as always, be sure and hit that like button. Go ahead and subscribe if you're not already, to stay up to date with when new videos come out. I hope to see you guys next time. We'll get into more detail work and stuff. I'm kind of excited for that. I'm kind of ready for that because I can't stand that upper section right now, but it's getting there. But anyways, I will see you guys then. And until then, as always, do take care, stay safe, and I'll see you guys then.